Hello everyone, welcome back to the shed. I am Lonnie. It is a Sunday early afternoon, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ahead a little bit as I do on a lot of Sundays. We have a goal of listing $5,000, or I have a goal of listing $5,000 worth of inventory in 2 weeks, with a secondary goal of 200 listings minimum. So I want to hit both of those. And so far we've got 1 week down. I didn't do anything of note yesterday as far as work goes. We are at 97 listings, which is just under halfway, and 2875 in listings, which is over. We're over where we need to be at this point in this little challenge. It's not a hard challenge based on the inventory that we have right now, but I just wanted to do this to make sure that listings were getting up, and they definitely are getting up. The problem we had last week trying to play catch up was that we didn't get any listings up on Monday because we had so much packing to do, which is that's a good problem to have. It's not really a problem, actually. But this next week, I want to go ahead and not have a zero on Monday, and I'm going to get pretty much everything that's sold so far packed today. And we're going to capture most of that packing on camera in this video. It should be, I think we're going to pack about 20 items on camera today. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, on 2 Delta, we sold a Deuce Gorgon, one of these guys, for $10.99 plus shipping on top. Those of y'all that have been watching for a while know that we bought, I think it was 55 6-packs of Monster High dolls. So it ended up being $330 total, 6 different dolls, and our I don't know, are these action figures or dolls? Kind of in between. But we just have a few left of Deuce Gorgon, and I think another one. Most of it has been sold. Next up is on 5 Bravo. It's this toner maintenance kit, I think it's called. This has been up here for a little while, and I got an offer in for these. They had been listed a while with no action at all. Got an offer of $25 for both of these, and I took it, plus shipping on top, of course. Okay, next up are some of these Star Wars, or one of these Star Wars prints. I think I need to get to, let me double check. I think I need to get to 21. And after shipping a couple of these last week, I definitely think the best way for me to ship these is just with a vinyl mailer. The vinyl mailers cost, I think about, they're like 70 something cents a piece. However, they provide, that's what I need to protect these the way they need to be protected. Okay, and then I went ahead and got these stickers out of here. This is a little stack of these Flowmaster drag racing stickers. There's 17 of them in there. These sold for $17.99 plus shipping on top. I think what we're going to do, we're going to pull 5 things at a time and then pack them up. Okay, this next order actually has 2 things on it. One Charlie Z3. Just gonna be, I think, some Garbage Pail books, Garbage Pail Kids books. Z3, total of 4 comics. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can see there's Z4 right behind it. So I got everything for Z3. These are all of the same comic, just a different cover. Those sold for the amount listed on the screen. And then on 8 Bravo, sold some kind of hair dye, or actually a hair bleach kit or something. Yeah, complete bleach kit. Oh, okay, I got it. We have 2 of them right here. So I need to get these 3 boxes. So this and the comics are going together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 items. So let me go ahead and put this, mount this GoPro, and let's pack this stuff. Okay, first up is Deuce Gorgon, and unfortunately I am out of, I no longer have the 12, what was that size? 12 6/4s, I think. I don't have those anymore. And we have, I don't know if I'm going to stock that box again or not. We don't have that many more of these types of things to ship, so I might just go ahead and do it like this for the few remaining. I don't know, I'm not sure yet, but for today the way we're going to pack these is just like this. And we're just kind of put these boxes together, cut the ends off, put the boxes together, and this will work fine. Let's see, how much do I need? Not that much. Okay. Put a little paper. Put it this way. All right. Thank you cards. And whenever I do this, I find sometimes it's better not to fold it all up at once. Just do that. And then, it's not perfect. It's not even close to perfect, is it? Tell you what, I might, you know what, I might just leave it like that. This is a nasty one here. Just trying to keep it from popping open. These did not fit very well. I think maybe it's fine though. I think maybe the boxes weren't. You're always going to have a little bit of problem fitting the same size box together, just because one box is going to be going around the other box, so it's not the exact same thing. I'll go ahead and put a little more tape right here. We're getting off to a really good start, aren't we? All right. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Okay, next one, I'm going to make this easy on myself with these things. I'm just going to use one of these Home Depot boxes, and I'm going to use this resizer. I actually had this Home Depot box was actually sitting on top of my box storage shelf already, with the bottom already constructed, as you see here. Just going to use this resizer on it. Cut up like this, and then I'll probably just put a little paper. Those are sturdy little styrofoam things here, so I'm not worried about those at all. Probably just put a little paper on either side to keep them from shifting, and then we'll cut these flaps off. Oh, I see what I was doing. I was going to do some kind of resize or something with this box, and then I bailed on it. You could see I did some kind of scoring. So I don't even remember what that was for. I do have failed resizes from time to time where I think something's going to work, and then I end up bailing on it and going some other route with the packing. And when that happens, I just kind of throw whatever I've done up there, and hopefully I'll be able to use it at some other point. We're just going to put a little bit of paper in here to keep these from slamming around too much in there, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I don't think the packing on this one is super critical, honestly. Alright. The only thing I really want to watch out for is to make sure that that failed resize with those scores doesn't leave like some weird weakness on the box. We'll go ahead and put a piece right here. Okay, I'll put a piece over that push out handle thing. And yeah, I think we're good. This is ready to roll. Okay, next up we're gonna do this Star Wars art, I guess we should call it, not sure, comics, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna put this into a poly mailer. I don't have any like clear plastic other than like garbage bag type thing, but I wanted to have a little more form than that. Okay, find where the thing starts down here. Okay, just kind of fold that over, and I'll just put one little piece of tape right there. All right, that, and then carefully I'm going to fold on that second score on the vinyl mailer. Okay, obviously want to make real certain, get this as tight as I can. I'm gonna make real certain that we don't fold on the comic, of course. Okay. And these mailers are good because they're pretty stiff once you put them together. They're not bulletproof or anything, but they're, see, I'm kind of working it a little bit. It's pretty stiff, and they're also surprisingly light. They're lighter than you might think they are, because even with, I've noticed like with most vinyl that I ship with these, usually the package ends up being less than a pound with a vinyl in it. So even with, like, this just basically has a sheet of paper and a poly mailer, so it's going to ship at 8-ounce rate. Okay, this is going to be a pretty quick one here. We're packing these stickers now. I went ahead and got a piece of spare or scrap cardboard and put it right there. Make it fold just a little easier. Get that right. Let me shift that down so it's not bunching that plastic up on that fold. So I'm gonna make sure that fold, that's not damaging anything. And look, we're good. I'll just go ahead and tape that down. Everything's protected that way. We'll slide it on in. Easy peasy. And I'll usually use my narrower tape to double lock that seal there. I'd never trust these kind of seals. All right, next up we have our bleach kit and then the garbage pail kits. I already checked, and my Gemini comic mailers aren't going to fit in this box, and I want to put everything in this box. So what I did was I got some scrap cardboard from my little nasty looking cardboard corner back there, and we're going to use that. Probably going to have to cut it down a little bit. And we're going to ship in this 1210 4-box. Well, first of all, let me make, yeah, they definitely will fit. Yeah, they definitely fit. So my idea is I just want to make this fit. It's actually, oh man, it's just a little too wide, and it's a pretty good bit too long. You know what, let's see. All right, I went and grabbed my smaller cutting mat real quick. My bench is kind of nasty looking, but I'm not trying to I'm not trying to totally gouge it. And let's see, I just need to move this score over a little bit. Flex on that score. There we go. That'll do it. Okay. That's good. It's kind of a nasty taping. All right, there we go. And we got the bottom of the box filled there. And then these will fit in easily here. And we'll void a little bit. And a little bit more. And that's it. You get the label on this one. I am putting the labels on everything right after I pack it. I just don't show that. Don't want to show all the customer addresses and stuff. So let me get the label for this and let's pull 5 more. Okay, let's go pull some more stuff to pack. 9 Delta. I think it's these. I'll double check once I get back to the computer. I've got 3 collars on the order. A lot of 3 collars, and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this is it. $14.99 plus shipping for these. And we sold another one of these. Let me move this stuff around a little bit. I think we might have sold some of this stuff, so it's one of those things where I make do, and then after a week or two, it kind of sells off and makes it a little cleaner. All right, so we have a Blade Runner book going out. We're looking for number 4. Listed 15 of these at 25 a piece, I think. No, 20 a piece. Sorry. Let's see, gotta find number 4 right here. This whole system's working fine. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's okay. This guy sold for $19.99 plus shipping on top, I think, unless I sent a 10% offer, and I did not. Sold for full price, 20 bucks. All right, we sold some Viewmaster reels down here. I really didn't know if these were going to sell that quickly or not, but they did. They did. I took a bunch of pictures. Let me show you all the listing real quick. When I can, I like to show people exactly what they're getting. I just think it helps. Mostly I'm probably trying to avoid disappointment from the customer. So what I did was there's like 103 total reels, and I laid them out like this. And then when they zoom in on it, let me click on this one. When they zoom in on it, they can go and read the middle part and see exactly what they're getting. I like to do that when I can. So I think we paid like $10 or $12 for this and got $79.99 plus shipping on top. Okay, I got this dog box down. Let me see how many are in here. This is a big one. This is a large costume here. Extra large, actually. It's a snake costume for a big old dog. That sold for $19.99 plus ship. Here's a fist pumper we had last night. Got excited about this one. Okay, 4 Bravo. Guess I gotta get to it from the other side. Candace bought a bunch of Harry Potter wands. And this was like the holy grail piece in the collection. She bought probably like 6 boxed ones and then some loose ones. Spent a total of 50 bucks on all of it. And I think most of the other ones have sold now. And this is the one here. The goblet, gold goblet or something. I can't remember what they call it. It's on the screen. But yeah, this guy sold for 170 bucks plus shipping on top. All right, we're gonna pack these collars up first, and just gonna use a bubble mailer. Actually, already weighed everything up and put the postage on it. I am gonna throw them in some bubble wrap. Just because I'm gonna put them in some bubble wrap. And there we go. Kind of put them in there diagonally so they fit. I put the label on it already because whenever I knew it was going to be kind of I don't know, what's the word? I knew there was going to be like a bulge. I guess that's the word. I didn't really want to use that word, but here we are. It's going to be like a bulge kind of situation. So it's easier to put a lot of times the label on before you put the item in there. Okay, for the Blade Runner book or magazine, yeah, this should fit. I went and scavenged up a bag and a board that would fit it. No, that fits perfectly. And we're just going to use a Gemini comic mailer, which should make pretty light work of this. Yeah. Again, I want to make sure I'm not folding to where it'll damage the book. Choose that one. There we go. Same thing here. Eyeball it. I'm going to fold on this line here. And that's a little tight there. Let me see. What does that feel like? Yeah, it's not bad. It's fine. There we go. Put one piece on there to lock it down so I can work. I usually put one big piece like that across that seam. And I like to put a couple other shorter pieces there. And there. And there. So these Gemini comic mailers are pretty nice. Okay, this is one of those packages that is going fairly close by, so I went ahead and checked. It's going to Texas, and it's a lot cheaper to just ship priority, which is awesome because then I get to use one of their boxes. It is, as you can see, like it'll fit like it is, but then it'd be better if it was a little longer, so I'm going to do that too. But first thing I need to do, whenever I put the lid on here, and then I do this, they hit the top of the lid. Is that a big deal? Nah, not really, but I'll go ahead and just cushion the top here. I don't think it's a huge deal. However, I do think the customer will appreciate that I took the time to do that little step. I think they'll be like, oh, okay, well they cared about this package somewhat. This thing is so full, and now it's even harder. Come on. All right. I thought about using the stretch wrap, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Matter of fact, I might just leave it at this. I think that's good, just to make sure it doesn't. Yeah, I might go the other way too. Why not? That's what I was originally gonna do. Okay. And the rest of it is just gonna be paper. But like I said, we want to make this box just a little bit longer. So we'll go ahead and do this. Let me see. I want to make it like 14. 14 will do good. Okay. Get up here. 14 and 14. And I used to eyeball this more, but I found it just comes out so much better whenever I take the time to make sure it's even. Everything's even with a ruler. Yeah. And really the best part about resizing boxes is you don't really have to stock near as many boxes. Like if it's going to be a size that I'm going to ship often, then I just want to have that size box. But it's nicer having fewer boxes to stock. Okay, and I'll go ahead and do that. I like to kind of pre-cut these scores where I know they're going to end up getting cut, because I find it just folds a little easier. And also whenever I do the fold, I find it's best to come towards you and then go out. Same thing here, come towards and then break the other way on that seam. There we go. And then just have to finish cutting those. Okay. I feel like I'm moving extremely slow today. It's weird. But that's okay. It is Sunday, and so I'm not in a hurry. Okay. This guy down. Always tape over these weird little spots. Like this. Wrap around the middle and then do the ends up. I need to go to Bubble Boy and see if they got the 3-inch tape back in stock, because I'm using the stuff I had before. I can't remember the brand, and it sucks. It really does kind of suck. All right, yeah, that's fine. I'll just paper it, because that case is brittle, and there's no cost for me really to add a little bit of weight, because it's going so close. So I'm not concerned about the paper adding, like, pushing the price up $1 or something. That's not going to happen. Let's see how this does. Yeah, that's good. That is good. And we'll just keep filling it. Okay. And a couple more pieces on top. Go ahead and pull this other one off now too. And I think just about done. See, this is what I don't like about this tape. It's super thin compared to the My Go-To tape, so it's really hard to lay it down flat. See how you get these wrinkles? The My Go-To tape when I use it, it does not wrinkle like that because it's thick enough to just lay on flat. If that makes any sense. I mean, it's not a big deal with this because it's not a heavy package or anything, but the aesthetics of it kind of bother me a little bit. That's done though. And next up is the dog snake costume, and it's shipping over £1. I'm going to put it in a box. Probably. I'm not 100% sure yet that it's going to fit. I don't know. See how it compresses down. Let's see. I think it should. Very pillowy. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. You know what I might do here? I normally don't take this much consideration, but this time I think I will. I'm gonna put a couple of pieces of scrap right here, because this thing, that costume fits in here more or less, but whenever they go to cut it open right across here, which is going to be the top where the label is, I want to make sure they don't cut into the costume. I don't always do that, but this box is like super tight, so maybe I'll even write a little note. Let's see. Open on this seam. There's cardboard protecting underneath. That's kind of different, huh? Writing a little note on the public side of the box. So yeah, let me get this thing printed. Okay, last of this round is this Harry Potter wand, and first thing we're going to do is bubble it up real good. And obviously we are going to make sure I pull a little extra tight whenever it's a situation where the box can open. Let's go back this way with a little more. Ooh, that was totally unnecessary. Got so much bubble bunched up, but hey, this is a $170 wand. Good with that. So now what we got to do too, it's going to go ground advantage, just like most other stuff, I think. Wait, let me see where it's going. Yeah, it is. It's not close enough to go priority. So we are going to do a little resize here. Yeah, I'm gonna eyeball this one. Let's see. So yeah, maybe I will. You know what? I'm not. Just because whenever I flip it over, I'm gonna put something different. I'm thinking 17 is good. Do 17 inches. I will eyeball it like this though. This isn't, and look, it was kind of wonk, but it's not so big that the wonkiness will be very noticeable at all. Smaller boxes are really, it's the boxes that are bigger where it's with longer runs where it matters more. And even then, it wasn't a cut. Even then, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. Of course, whenever I will have to reinforce those seams, especially, ugh, it's a bad one so far. I'll have to reinforce those seams, especially because man, I did a pretty bad job on this one. Especially since I cut them on the outside. See, that's really weak. That could actually just break. Oh my gosh. I'm having trouble today. I think I said that last time I was packing on video. At some point, maybe that's just how I am. If you keep having bad days, maybe you're just bad. Okay. Okay, that's ready. Put this over and finish these. This is gonna be a nice sturdy box, because see, whenever we do this making it longer thing, we actually end up getting way more strength on top and bottom, because look how the cardboard is everywhere to make a bunch of, well, let me just move on. I think you'll get it. That's really simple from here. We'll do that. That. And once I start going that, I don't know how to stop. All right. You know what? Y'all would probably appreciate it if I put the one with the writing under there. There we go. Or some of y'all would. Okay. I know what the big difference is with my packing, or one of them. The taping anyways. My taping is not near as good because I'm using this thin stuff. So I'll blame the tape. I'll blame Bubble Boy for not for running out of the 3-inch tape. And I still need, I'll go ahead and reinforce these. I still need to go look at their website, see if they got it back in stock or not. I miss it. I'm also glad to have this spare cheap stuff whenever I need it. It's not bad enough to where I won't use it, but it just kind of sucks comparatively. All right. Let's see, what is this stuff I'm using? I mean, it's okay, but the problem is it costs the same as my go-to, and it's like not even half as good. SureMax, that's what I'm using right now. It costs the same, and it's not anywhere close to as good. So I got that pack. We got oh, we're halfway done. All right, feeling good. Getting a nice head start on the week. And yeah, we're in good shape. Not going to come in behind the 8 ball Monday morning this way. Sold this Fox's Christian Martyrs of the World for $11.99 plus ship. Okay, made a really nice sticker sale here. C10, B11, B2, A19, and A18. Sold 5 lots of stickers at 15 a piece, or 75 plus shipping on top. Thinking I'm probably going to use the vinyl mailer again. And we got a big manga order that came in, which is awesome. These 4 are part of it. Jujutsu Kaisen, 4 of those. Then 2 other lots also on that same shelf. Chainsaw Man. Right here. Okay, yeah, this is actually clearing off a lot of space on that shelf too, which is nice. And then the last part of that order is Full Metal Alchemist on 6 Delta. It's a bunch of them. This whole stack right here. So yeah, that was a shelf clear type order. All these together, let me add it up real quick. Came in on two separate orders. 46 about. That's about a $64 order there, plus shipping on top for those. And manga can go media rate. All right, staying in the same vein as far as manga goes, we sold this Shonen Jump wall scroll guy for $15 plus shipping on top. That's going to be an interesting pack. And then the last thing this round is a human hair mustache, handlebar mustache. Yep, this guy sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. All right, let me put the camera on and let's do round 3. All right, let's get this book pack first. Fairly simple. Chose to use a 10 by, I think it's a 10.86, which is it's a box I like. I actually use it a pretty decent amount, and I'm gonna reuse this poly bag. I think it's stored a dog costume or dog clothing at some point. Drop that in there. Drop those on top, and we'll do a quick resize. You know what, I'm probably going to go ahead and take the book out to do it. Just so I don't cut the poly bag. Okay. And we have some cardboard flaps. These do all end up getting used. I use them way more than I expect. They always come in handy. I just throw them in there. And sometimes I like to, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Didn't go all the way across anyway. You know what? I will do it like this. There we go. Guard came down. That guard actually has saved me a bunch. Every time Candace walks by when she's here and she sees that guard is down and I'm not using the tape, she always will put the guard in place, and she's actually saved me. She saved me a few times, because that sucker, man, ugh, it will cut you up. If you accidentally like your hand across it, ugh, it's not good. Okay, that's done. And when y'all hear me talk about combining shipping, this is a case in point where good customer bought a bunch of stickers here, really nice order, $75 worth, and they got charged shipping on each individual lot of stickers. And I don't know, I feel like they didn't ask for me to combine shipping or anything, but I feel like I shouldn't reward somebody for, I don't know if I like this or not. You know what, I don't like that. Hang on. This is a much better presentation. I do that a lot, where I'll start packing a certain way, and then I'll be like, you know what? That's a horrible way to pack. I'm going to do this differently. That's what happened here. Okay. And I'll usually what I'll do when I use poly mailers like this, where they're not going in a, where they're not the outer packaging, a lot of times I will just go ahead. Look, we got plenty of room here too. This is great. This is perfect. What I'll also do, keep this from shifting around and stuff in here, I'll do this. But if I have a pack where my initial idea starts to look stupider and stupider, then I'll just bail on it and start over. That's what happened there. I think that bag would have been all right, but it's all floppy, and I don't know. I think the poly mailer in retrospect was the obvious choice. Go. Okay. And this is probably going to be a good candidate. See, that tape just doesn't lay down well. This is probably going to be a good candidate for Ground Advantage cubic rate, which you can buy from Pirate Ship, and it works out pretty good a lot of times on things that are dense like this, and also not very big like this. But we'll see. I'll tell y'all once I look it up. Okay, 2 pounds. I don't know, it might not matter much. We'll see. I'll tell y'all the prices though. Okay, this may not be the best example, but 2 pounds, 13.13.2, Ground Advantage through eBay. This is actually a very poor example. $7.85. Now, if we go to Pirate Ship, swing over here. I want to show the customer info. If we go to Pirate Ship, we can get Ground Advantage cubic for $7.54, which we're going to do because I mean it is 31 cents cheaper, and we're already, either way we're going to use our own packaging, so might as well save the 31 cents. Usually Ground Advantage cubic is a couple of bucks cheaper than regular Ground Advantage though. Okay, I'm actually out of 12 boxes, which is what I would want to use here, and size it down a little bit. I ordered some a little while ago from Grainger. We have 200 12s that'll be ready for pickup on Tuesday. So kind of fortunate. I don't have that much stuff today that I need the 12 for, so that's fortunate. So we're just gonna do this. And it's kind of a heavy order or dense order, so I don't mind doing this anyways, because it's gonna make our box a lot stronger doing it this way, which is good. Because these books really are, and like they're new basically. These books were on like a store shelf in a comic shop. They got closed, had to close down. So this is really is new old stock stuff. So I don't want it to get damaged, and it's a really good order actually. I forgot how much I said it was, but it was pretty high for this stuff. So I'm gonna bag them first, fairly tight. Okay. I don't know why I peeled that one. I didn't peel that one. I don't know. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put some paper in here. A little bit in the bottom. Drop our books in here. Man, I can't let that stand like that. I don't want to do that much void fill or do a... it doesn't really matter as far as like postage goes. I do not like having that much void fill though. But then I have to kind of balance that against be a fair amount of extra work. So you know what? I will just go ahead and fill it this time. I was on the fence. This is overpacked books, but you see this way, doing it like that, I'm going to put a little more. Tighten it up. And putting it like this, now this will fit on top of there really well, all the way to the bottom. I don't know. I probably should have resized that. Oh well. Certainly not worried about, oh, it's tight. Certainly not worried about the integrity of this package. That's for certain. Just felt a little silly putting that much void fill with books. I don't normally do that. Alright, so doing this, now we have to do this all the way around. And then we're going to go back and do all of these corners. Oh, my taping is just so bad today. Oh, got to reload tape. Oh well, this tape is kind of crappy, but at least it starts fairly easy. All right, didn't quite get to the end of that one. There we go. And that one's done. Okay, this thing is pretty long. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be like 34, 35 inches. And we're going to go probably ups with it. Now, I'm going to pack this very similar to like I pack bats. I'm going to take this small box and cut right here. I usually like to cut where they have the seam so I can maintain my I guess the strength or whatever. So let me see, where do I want to go here? I think yeah, this will actually do. This will do fine. So I'll just cut this off, and then this can go in the old scrap pile. Look, this is very much like that thing I used earlier, right? It's probably the same thing. And I know I'll have another use for that panel again later. So first thing we're going to do, I'll worry about this in a minute. Sorry, trying to get organized here exactly how I'm doing this, but I know how I'm doing this. So this part in the middle measures about 11 and a quarter inches. So we'll come down 5 and a half from the top here. I'm going to give myself a few points here. 5 and a half, and 5.5. And this is the same method I use to pack anything that's long like this. I pack bats the same way. Do bats the exact same way, like this. Here we go. I just need a little more length here. There we go. All right, so now we have our score line, and we're gonna make a nice little triangle box, very similar to the. Ooh, I'm getting off. Get back on track. Ugh. Get back on track. There we go. All right, very similar to the priority mailing tubes. And here's the idea, right? You just fold her like this. I use a little tape to hold it together while I am working. And the measurements we're going to use, obviously the length on this box is obvious. It's the length, but then we're dealing with a triangle here. So what do we use for the other measurements? Whenever we tell them what the measurements are, I just do it like this. I'll say, okay, this is 6 inches. Actually, no, that's 5 inches. That's 5 inches that way, and 6 inches this way. So it'll fit basically. If we had a hole that was like a square that was 6 by 6 or 5 by 6, it would fit into that. That's the way I kind of think about those dimensions. Okay, let me go ahead and finish taping this up. All along this long seam, and then we're going to put some tape on this open part right here. And then we get to the ends are always kind of nasty on these. How much length do I have extra? Do I have? Okay, yeah, I'm good. All right, so the ends are always a little nasty whenever I do these. They're never quite perfect, but I just come out like that much, score around. This does involve using a lot of tape, of course, and then just cut it like this to make a point. Now we got double wall here, so it's a little tougher. Do that all the way around, and take all the little chunks out. Okay, and we're good. Okay, and then we just take this, fold it up, and this is not very strong because it's scored on the outside all the way around. So I'm just going to do this to lock it down. And basically, it's about to be just a bunch of tape. Just a whole bunch of tape. And then I will turn it a few times and keep on using tape. I've shipped quite a few things with this method, and never a problem. While I'm here, I'll cover up that handle. All right, so now that part is done, and we just need to wrap this over here. This is a good day to do this kind of packing. We have a lot of different shapes and sizes, item types, and whatnot that are going out. So this is a good day to choose to do this. And I'm just going to wrap this and throw it in a garbage bag. Alrighty. I just use like a little chunk of paper there. It's probably going to be good just with doing that. Okay, yeah, that's going to be fine just like that. And then you can see I have plenty of room. Actually, yeah, I've got plenty of room there. So I'm going to extend the way I cut it this time by a little bit more. I'll probably go like here. Yeah, that'll be good like that. And we're just going to do that same thing again. If y'all notice, I kind of saw that blade coming towards my thumb. That's danger zone. It may not appear like it, but I do think about that all the time. Like, okay, is this a dangerous cut? See, like this, not a dangerous cut. Okay. Got to put thank you note in here. Drop that down in there, and then I'm going to put a little ball of paper on top. Stabilize the thing in there. And then we're just going to fold this guy up. My 3-inch. I do have some Bubble Boy 2-inch or standard width. You not call it 2-inch because it's actually 1.88. That's some of that tape. But I'm hooked on 3-inch tape. I feel like 3-inch tape is dangerous to start using because once you start using it, it's really hard to not just use that all the time. And I'm glad I started doing that. It makes packing much more enjoyable. Okay. As a matter of fact, come on. Lost it. As a matter of fact, once you've been using 3-inch tape for a while, and then you try and go to using, this is a nice looking box here, and then you try and go back to using this stuff, it just feels so thin. Really does. Okay, one more thing to pack this round. Okay, we're packing the human hair mustache, and I'm gonna do it like this. As a matter of fact, I'm using some of the scrap that I just made. That. Make sure I don't have any blood on me. I don't. Right. I do a blood check every now and then. Occasionally I nick myself with something. All right. That is a wrap on that. We're gonna pull 5 more things and pack them. I don't think we have any more. I think we've already been through our most difficult packs, which is nice. Do have a couple more orders too that we're not going to pull tonight that are oversized. Okay, we have another Deuce Gorgon. Which I might do differently this time. I think I will, because it's not going to matter either way. I'm going to pack it differently than I did the last one, just for the heck of it. We have on 6 Bravo JCPenney Christmas catalog. It sold for, I think I did an offer on that, like 10% offer. Sold that for $17.99 plus ship. Then on 6, throw this back here, my scrap pile. I forgot what shelf I was going to. I thought it was 6 Echo, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 6 Echo. We sold some wood turning, a set of wood turning DVDs. Bought a whole box of wood turning DVD stuff, and I sold most of it in one lot. I had this set here with Ron Brown. It looks like it's Looks like he probably produced these himself. And these sold for $24.99 plus shipping. And on one Bravo, we sold a tailgate seal. Let me do a quick scan and see. I should have looked closer at the, oh, I think I see it back here. This is it. This is a, well, it is what I just said. It's a tailgate seal. This guy sold for, how much? This is some Kevin and Danielle stuff. That guy sold for $22.49 plus shipping on top. And let me open up Mercari. I think we have a Mercari order or Poshmark, one of the two. Okay, last thing we're pulling in this video is 7 Bravo. We sold one of these wigs on Mercari. Took an offer for $12 plus ship on these. Normally selling for $15. All right, so let's get this stuff packed. This ought to be pretty quick, fairly quick. Okay, we're gonna pack a deuce. All right, where's my thing? Here we go. All right, I'm gonna eyeball this one. See where they go through. I can kind of tell on that barcode. Yeah, this would be good, just like that. And we'll go ahead and cut these out. Finish this cut. In a little bit of a hurry because I want to catch not Monday night, Sunday night football. Miami and Philadelphia. Ought to be a good game, I hope. Good little interesting matchup there. Y'all kind of know the drill on this by now. Started with a 1086 box here. And let's get us a thing of paper. Throw old deuce in there. You know what, before I seal deuce up all the way, I'm going to make sure my weight is under a pound. It is. It's way under. .86. It's fine. Finish taping them up. Maybe I will. You know what? I might go ahead and buy some more of those 12.64s. I do have occasion to use them sometimes. It's not very much. Let's see. There we go. Fix our score marks. Repair our damage. And he's ready. Okay, we're going to do something a little different with this. I was planning on doing this whenever I listed it with this catalog. So first I'm going to bag it. And by weight, it ships for $8.75. But we're going to do something a little different. I forgot to write up my thank you note. Go ahead and do that. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to save like 80 cents. Thank you, Christine. I always put the first name of the buyer. It might be a little weird, but I usually will put the first name. All right, so I'm going to use a Gemini mailer. Okay, and it actually is an excellent fit. If you fill up one of these Gemini mailers, this is what they kind of designed it for. It's made to fit in a legal flat rate, and this ships for, hang on, let me look because I don't want to lie. Legal flat rate will ship for $7.90 instead of $8.75. Plus it adds another little layer of protection, doesn't it? Not that it needs it, but it's there. I will use my thinner tape for this. Go ahead and tape, especially on these legal flat rates. They're paper, so I like to kind of tape up all those seams, and that's ready to go. All right, this might be the most straightforward pack that we have had today, or one of the more straightforward. Just put this thing in a box. Nothing too fancy here. I'll bubble it to make sure this thing stays closed. A little bubble. And a little paper. And a thank you card. And a sticker. I wonder what people do with those stickers. I mean, people that watch the channel, I'm sure a lot of them like to have the stickers, but what about the people that don't watch the channel or know anything about me? Wonder what they do with it. They probably throw it away. All right, that's ready to go. Okay, here's something you won't see me doing very often. That is using a poly bag or something like this. I usually like to put things in boxes, but couldn't see any good reason not to pack this in the poly bag. It's already in a box, and it's all it is a seal. So just wrap it with some plastic like this, and tape it up a little bit so it doesn't get caught in any kind of machinery it may go through along the way. Okay, and that guy's done. All right, last thing, this wig, and buyer paid 16-ounce Ground Advantage rate, but they paid it to Mercari. They didn't pay it to me. So I already printed up the label there, and I weighed this up just to make sure, because I didn't have to necessarily send this in a box, but label's already bought, so there's no money to be saved at this point. So I'm going to use a box. And I'm excited because we're almost done, and kickoff is in about 3 minutes. It's getting recorded, but I won't have to, I won't miss much. I like to stay live if I can, because otherwise there's just too many spoilers out there to get you. That one's done. Okay, got them all ready to roll, and we'll bag them up tomorrow, put them out there for the carrier. We do have a few more. They're not going to get packed in this video. We're going to pull those tomorrow morning. Definitely happy to to have a big head start on Monday shipping though, that's for sure. Thanks a bunch for watching, and I will see y'all again very soon. Bye y'all.